People say, no farms, no food. I like to add to that and say, no farmers, no food. In 1900, almost 40% of the US population lives on farms. Today, that number is around 1%. The average American is 3 generations removed from living on a farm. So my question is, how do we make more farmers? My name is Zachariah Russell, and I'm a recent college graduate turned farmer. My family recently bought a dilapidated cow dairy that was all but falling down. Having a seemingly useless French degree and a vague desire to work with my hands, I joined my parents in their endeavor to revitalize this old farm and turn it into a working goat creamery. Instead of my dad retiring from academia as a professor of historic preservation, he switched jobs and put his knowledge of restoration to the test. 2 years later, and we've transformed Mount Gilead Farm into something not just useful, but meaningful. And we as a family have transformed with it into farmers. Inspired by the writings of Wendell Berry and the practices of Gabe Brown and Joel Salatin, we incorporated their knowledge and philosophies into starting this farm. Rotational grazing, stacking, and soil regeneration are just a few of the many transformations that are happening here. We raise pastured meat rabbits, breast chickens, a French heritage breed, in the traditional French way. Turns out my French degree wasn't so useless after all, and turn goat milk into cheese. So, my answer to making more farmers is to get people on farms. We've had great success offering walking farm tours to share the beauty of our land, the animals, and our farm. We show the visitors where our food comes from and how it's raised. They get to interact with the animals and learn how they work together symbiotically. We show them what happens on a farm and watch their faces light up at the wondrous miracles that take place on any given day. Each time it happens, I'm reminded that this is what happened to me and how I became a farmer. So why couldn't it happen to someone else? Transparency is one of the main goals of our farm. Without it, people who don't live on farms lose touch with the land and what it means to be a steward of the earth. To quote Joel Salatin, that ought to be our stewardship mandate, to create Edens wherever we go. That's why humans are here. Our responsibility is to extend forgiveness into the landscape. The world needs more farmers, because no farmers means no food.